All right, let's jump right into something that might just change the way you see everything. What if I told you that in the Quran, time isn't a straight line? What if it's a single, looping reality where the end is actually connected to the very beginning?
Our story starts at a point of absolute crisis. You've got Prophet Ibrāhīm standing before this roaring fire about to be completely consumed. But in that final, critical instant, a divine command just slices through reality itself. O fire, be coolness and safety for Ibrāhīm.
So, what just happened? Was that just a straightforward miracle, a temporary pause on the laws of physics? Or was something way deeper going on? Could it be that time itself literally held its breath and folded in on itself in that one powerful moment?
To even begin to get our heads around this, we have to try and step outside of our normal, linear view of time. This brings us to our first big idea, a moment that exists completely outside the normal rules of cause and effect.
Think about it. In that suspended moment, as the physical fire turned cool, another kind of fire, a shadow, emerged from this fold in time. This is where we get a glimpse into the very nature of Iblīs, the being born of smokeless fire, who really embodies pride and defiance.
And this right here shows a really critical contrast. On one side, you have fire. That's the element Iblīs boasts about, right? You created me from fire. It represents this arrogant, self-centered pride. But on the other side, you have light. And this is divine guidance. Think of Musa's staff parting the sea, lighting up a path where there was only darkness. One is about a destructive ego, the other is pure divine intervention.
And you can just see the flow here, can't you? This incredible loop turns from that defiant, arrogant fire to a purifying, path-clearing light, and from there, it naturally flows into an overwhelming, cleansing water.
So now we arrive at the second major point in our loop, the story of Musa. You see, for him, the sea didn't just part. The Quran describes it splitting into two enormous sections, each one like a mighty mountain. This wasn't just about destroying Pharaoh. It was this powerful display of divine preservation, winning out over a destructive force.
And just like that, water completely overwhelmed fire. Pharaoh and his army, who were basically symbols of that fiery tyranny, they drowned. But here's the twist. Even in that destruction, there's a sign of preservation. Pharaoh's body was kept, a sign for all time.
Okay, so let's move into our next section and really look at how this elemental cycle works, how it shifts from these huge cosmic events down to these pivotal moments of human choice, and what comes after.
Now here, we see two totally critical turning points in this loop. On one hand, you have the children of Israel hesitating with the command of the cow. Their endless questions just delay a miracle. This is human doubt. But on the other hand, you have the short, pure, and righteous life of the prophet Yaḥyā. His surrender to God's will is so absolute that it acts like a catalyst, basically collapsing the cycle's defiant fire into an act of pure mercy.
And this introduces a really important idea we're calling the Baqarah switch. It's that exact moment when a divine command slices right through all the human doubt and ignorance, collapsing all that uncertainty into a reality that actually restores life. It's literally a reversal of death, all powered by pure submission.
But of course, this begs a huge question, right? What is the invisible force holding this whole incredible loop together? What's the thread that connects the fire of Ibrāhīm, the water with Mūsā, the guiding light, and the restoration of life?
Well, the answer is found at the very heart of this entire structure. It's one single verse that seems to literally twist time itself.
Surah 2, verse 255. This one verse is the engine, the power source that drives this entire cosmic cycle. You know it as Ayat al-Kursī, the verse of the throne. And in this way of looking at things, it's not just a verse you recite, it is the twist in the Mobius strip of time. It's the central axis that everything else spins around. And just look at how its core principles govern everything we've talked about. First, sovereignty. To him belongs whatever is in the heavens and earth, the ultimate authority. Then, knowledge. He knows what is before them and what is behind them. He sees the past and the future all at once. Third, preservation. He is not burdened by their preservation. This is effortless, perfect control. And finally, return. He is the most high, the most great. It all comes back to him in the end.
Okay, so let's put all the pieces together. It's time to close the loop.
This visual just lays it out so perfectly. It's not a straight line. It's one single Mobius loop. Follow it with me. Ibrāhīm's trial by fire kicks off the cycle. That then leads to the light of Musa's guidance opening a new path.
That path allows water to split, which preserves life. That very act of preservation is then mirrored on earth when the story of the Baqarah restores life. And all of this brings us full circle to the return Ibrāhīm is saved eternally by the very events that came after him in time.
So here's the most incredible part of this whole idea. Ibrāhīm wasn't saved from the fire by a single, isolated miracle. He was saved by the entire loop, acting all at once.
His salvation was literally woven together from events in the future. It was made of Yaḥyā's purity, of Musa's unwavering trust when he faced the sea, and even from the prayer of Pharaoh's wife, Asiyah, when she asked for a home near God. All of these moments of pure faith, scattered across time, all converged on that one point, to cool the fire for Ibrāhīm.
All right, now we come to the final and maybe the most important part of all of this, because this isn't just some ancient story or a cool theological concept. You are in it, right now.
This whole cosmic cycle, it's actually a map for your own life. Every single trial you face, that's your fire. Every moment you remember God, your dhikr, that's your light. Every time you truly surrender to a higher will, that's your Yaḥyā. And every single step of faith you take into the unknown, that's you, standing with Mūsā at the edge of the sea.
And that leads us to a really powerful takeaway. Recite Ayat al-Kursī. But don't just say the words. Recite it with the intention of feeling this cosmic loop align inside of you, to actually tap into that eternal cycle of sovereignty, knowledge, preservation, and return.
So, we're going to end with this one question for you to really think about. This cycle presents two basic orbits. Which one are you following? Is it the defiant, spiraling orbit of fire that leads to ego? Or is it the ascending orbit of light, which always leads back to divine mercy and a reset? The thing is, this model suggests the choice isn't something you made in the past or will make in the future. It's happening always, right now.